Hi everyone, welcome to the MJM Horror channel. Today I want to tell you a terrible story about Kong and Godzilla, because in this story we are going to face a character who will make scary things happen. So please stay with me. The world watches with morbid fascination as Godzilla and Kong lock horns in a battle that threatens to shatter the planet. But this isn't a heroic clash of titans. It's a grotesque spectacle fueled by a horrifying parasite known as the Flesh Weaver. This microscopic horror burrows deep within a host, hijacking its nervous system and turning its body into a monstrous weapon. Godzilla, once a majestic protector, is now a grotesque parody of strength. His scales are sickly, pulsating pink, his roaring gurgling mess of amplified pain. Kong, the last of his kind, isn't much better. His lush fur is matted and riddled with fleshy protrusions, his once intelligent eyes replaced with soulless husks. The true horror isn't just the sight of these fallen titans, but the way the Flesh Weaver manipulates their surroundings. Cities teem with grotesque, pulsing growths, mimicking the warped flesh of the infected. People vanish without a trace, their screams a sickening symphony absorbed by the ever-growing network of the Flesh Weaver. Dr. Evelyn Walsh, ostracized and ostracized further after her warnings about the Flesh Weaver, leads a ragtag group of survivors known as the Frayed Ones. They scavenge for technology and knowledge to combat the parasite, but every encounter leaves them shaken. Each mutated creature they face is a horrifying reflection of what could happen to them. After years of hardship, Evelyn and her team discover a potential weapon, a sonic disruptor that can shatter the Flesh Weaver's hold on its host. But there's a catch: they need to amplify it during the height of the Titans' battle, when the Flesh Weaver's control is at its most vulnerable. The plan is a gamble. They deploy the disruptor amidst the ruins of a metropolis as Godzilla and Kong grapple in a horrifying display of power. A wave of sound washes over the Titans, disrupting the pulsating growths around them. A flicker of recognition flickers in Godzilla's eyes, a fleeting glimpse of the noble creature he once was. But the Flesh Weaver reacts with horrifying speed. It amplifies the pain in both titans, twisting their minds into weapons against each other. Godzilla's is not Kong, but a rival for dominance over the world consumed by flesh. Kong's is not Godzilla, but the embodiment of the parasite's horrific transformation. Evelyn realizes the true horror: the Flesh Weaver thrives on negative emotions. The hatred it feels strengthens it, allowing it to spread further. The sonic disruptor becomes useless, a whimper against a growing symphony of pain. With each blow, the world contours further. Buildings ooze and writhe, transforming into pulsating monstrosities. The Frayed Ones watch in horror as the very ground becomes a canvas for the Flesh Weaver's grotesque art. But the worst horror is yet to come. As the battle rages, the Flesh Weaver begins to bridge the gap between the titans. Tendrils of pulsating flesh roll out from their bodies, weaving together in a sickening mockery of a fusion. A monstrous entity emerges, a grotesque amalgamation of Godzilla and Kong, fueled by a collective rage and pain. The monstrous entity roars, a sound ripped from the nightmares of the Frayed Ones. It rampages across the city, its every strike sending waves of the Flesh Weaver's influence outwards. The world isn't just at risk of destruction, it's at risk of becoming one giant, pulsating organism controlled by a parasite that revels in suffering. Godzilla and Kong, now fused as soulless husks, are lost causes. The future looks bleak. The Frayed Ones, the last bastion of humanity, must find a new way to fight, not just against the Flesh Weaver, but against the very essence of the twisted entity it created. The once great titans are now puppets in a horrific show, and the fight for survival has become a desperate struggle against an enemy that thrives on despair. Thanks to friends and colleagues who watched the story till the end. If you enjoyed this horror video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And if you're still interested in the story of Godzilla and Kong, write to me in the comments. And I leave you to the great God until Thursday.